How's it going, guys? It's your boy Stas here. Got my good old double espresso as always, right? Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Listen, man, we have a lot to talk about today. SpaceX, Nvidia, AMD, and the entire market, which as of right now, guys, we're kind of all over the place. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, investments, and if you want to be a part of my private Discord, all that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And now, cheers again, guys. Let's dive into it. So, like I said, the entire market is all over the place, but the S&P hit all-time highs. I love it. We hit another all-time high at 776. We're pretty much at break even right now as the Dow Jones is up over 0.75%. Also hitting all-time highs as the Qs are down about 0.25% and the Russell's down 0.3, 0.4% as the VIX is coming down. Same with oil. Actually, oil's pretty split. Brent is up a little bit, whereas WTI is down a little bit. But either way, man, strong day for the markets as, again, half the indices here are hitting all-time highs. You gotta love it, man. So we're not going to spend too much time on SPY, the Qs. I mean, we cover those all the time. SPY's breaking out. You guys can see we're, breaking out of this channel. The Qs are almost there. Not quite. We're trying to break through this channel. We are above the moving averages already, which is a good sign, but it's not quite yet fully breaking out like SPY. We're getting there. And again, I don't want to spend too much time here because we have to go over SpaceX's first quarter as a publicly traded company. Well, I guess their first earnings report as a publicly traded company, which is sending their stock down as of now 8%. And I think at the low, it was down, 10, 11%, 12%. So SpaceX popped to $130 after earnings, and now we're down to $114. We actually hit $109. So from top to bottom, we're down 17% on SpaceX right now. And the thing is, guys, they reported a pretty good quarter. They beat revenue. They beat EPS. Their losses are narrowing year over year. Let's just dive into that right now. Then we'll talk about what's going on with Nvidia. We'll break down AMD, which I'm sure you guys saw. AMD is going down. Nvidia's ripping. So we have a lot to break down here, guys. Let me pull up this official report from SpaceX, their investor relations page. Actually, before we even do that, let me show you these headline numbers quickly. They reported $7.81 billion, so almost $8 billion of revenue versus 6.93 expected. So they beat revenue estimates by almost $1 billion, guys, and they lost 9 cents per share EPS, which that beat as well. The loss of 26 cents expected. So very good quarter out of SpaceX, just looking at the headline numbers. And revenue jumped 92% year over year from $4.1 billion last year. And the company's net loss narrowed, like I said, to $541 million from $1 billion last year. So when I'm looking at this company, obviously SpaceX is losing a bunch of money, right? We all know that. Eventually, they'll get to profitability. God knows when that's going to happen. But the fact that their losses are narrowing, right? And they beat revenue, growing 92%, that's a very good sign. When I'm looking at this, just at the headline numbers, I like to see that. And the fact that the stock's going down, well, the $1 million question is why? Well, it's because 900 million shares are about to be unlocked. Insider shares are about to be unlocked tomorrow, and the market knows what's coming. The market's about to be flooded with a ton of shares, which I think will ultimately bring down the stock potentially under $100. And that's where I would start to consider buying it. I'm not the biggest fan of the valuation, but at the same time, if it gets down to 80, 90 bucks, I mean, that might be too low of a price to ignore based on the mere fact that we might get a relief rally, maybe not for a long-term investment at $80, although it might make for a great investment long-term. I think at $80, we're going to be due for a huge relief if we even get there, even at $90, a relief rally back to the low mid 110s or 100s rather. I think that could happen. So SpaceX reported, again, 92% growth year over year across space, connectivity, and AI, their three main segments, and they completed 2 successful Starship V3 flight tests in the past 90 days, advancing towards full and rapid reusability, and they closed multiple industry-leading cloud services agreements, resulting in $14.1 billion of contracted sales, and they announced an agreement to acquire Cursor for $60 billion to accelerate the AI enterprise opportunity, and they released their most powerful AI model yet with Grok 4.5 in July, and they delivered 66% revenue and 79% income from operations growth year over year for the connectivity segment, driven by a doubling of Starlink subscribers and continued momentum in enterprise and government. And they were awarded over $6 billion in multi-year U.S. government contracts for Starshield. And again, revenues grew 92%. Net loss was at $541 million, and adjusted EBITDA came in at $3.5 billion, up 191% from $1.2 billion last year. And of course, we could dive into all these numbers, guys, but I don't want to bore you too much. I'm sure you saw this already, and I don't want this video to be too long, but essentially, all of their segments beat the estimates, right, when it comes to revenue. Which one's profitable? Let me see here. I forget which one's profitable. With operating income, the connectivity remained profitable. That's right. We can see here connectivity, that segment came in at $4.29 billion versus $3.83 billion expected. That came in with an operating income of $1.66 billion. So pretty good quarter out of SpaceX. The fact that the stock's going down doesn't really correlate with the numbers. It all has to do with the fact that all these insider shares are about to be unlocked. That's the reality. That is pushing the stock down and pretty much putting a cap on it in the short term, in my opinion, right? So for this really to rip, for this stock to really go ballistic, we're going to have to wait a couple months, in my opinion, let all these shares get unlocked, and then we'll go from there. So great quarter, honestly, out of SpaceX. They beat EPS, revenue, losses are narrowing. They beat the estimates on all their segments, space, connectivity, and AI. And we got some great news regarding Nvidia, which is pushing up Nvidia stock, not so much AMD, which we'll talk about here in a second. So SpaceX announced an exclusive partnership with Nvidia to use its Vera Rubin architecture and Rubin GPUs with Vera CPUs for future AI infrastructure. And the high-performance hardware will power ground data centers and the new StarMind AI-1 orbital satellite network, with prototypes launching as early as 2027, right? And Elon Musk stated that SpaceX will build exclusively on Nvidia hardware moving forward, passing over rival chip makers like AMD, other makers as well, because the Rubin architecture provides the best AI performance, right? And SpaceX aims to scale its ground and orbital, right, computing capacity significantly, targeting 2 gigawatts by the end of the year and up to 10 gigawatts next year. So that is sending Nvidia stock, like I said, up today. And each StarMind satellite is designed to carry full data center class payload racks featuring Nvidia Rubin GPUs and Vera CPUs, and payloads will draw up to 250 kilowatts of peak power sourced directly from solar energy, utilizing the vacuum of space for cooling. If we come over here to the charts, give me a second here, guys, bear with me. And by the way, hit the like button, make sure to hit that follow button, that subscribe button if you guys are finding value and you want to see more content. I appreciate you all for tuning in. we can see right here, SpaceX aside, Nvidia on this news. Let me pull up the ticker. Give me a second, guys. Nvidia on this news is up 3.3%, although it is down from the intraday high. We hit 222.22. Now we're at 218. Nvidia still up 3%, and we popped in the aftermarket after we got this news yesterday in the SpaceX report. And we can see now Nvidia is trading at multi-week highs. We essentially took out this 214 resistance. Now we're kind of battling with the highs from the end of April, being about 218, 220. We tried breaking through. We actually did earlier today. And the next major gap to fill is 230 on the stock. But honestly, I don't know if it gets there in the short term. Maybe it does. It's already up from 188 to about 218 in the span of 3 days. The stock's up 16%. We're pretty overbought in the short term, so maybe it gets to 230, but I think we're due for a pullback, even some consolidation, especially if it gets to 230. At that point, based on how Nvidia has been trading, I think we're going to be due for a pullback. But either way, great news for Nvidia. It's popping the stock up short term, and long term, this is a great piece of news, right? So AMD is not looking great. We're down 7%, and it's not because of their earnings, guys. I think it has to do a little bit with sentiment around chip stock still, but especially the fact that SpaceX exclusively is going with Nvidia. That's a blow to AMD in the short term, but I think this pullback is short term in nature for AMD. Their earnings were good. I mean, if we pull these up quickly, they did adjusted EPS of $1.66. That beat the $1.61 expected on sales of $11.53 billion versus $11.28 billion expected. So double beat out of Advanced Micro Devices, and their guidance was very strong. They see Q3 sales of $12.7 to $13.3 billion versus $12.5 billion expected. Let's see here, guys. And that's plus or minus $300 million on that $13 billion midpoint figure, guys. And let's see. Gaming revenue came in at $779 million. That actually missed the estimate a little bit. Embedded revenue came in right in line with the estimate. Data center revenue, $6.7 billion. I'm pretty sure that grew 100% over that year over year. I'm not seeing it here, but when I was reading it yesterday, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. 100%. Data center revenue came in at 6.7. That beat the 6.5 billion estimate. Client revenue $3.1 billion versus $3 billion expected. So good quarter out of AMD. Again, I just think the sell-off has to do with the SpaceX news, quite frankly, and the fact that sentiment around AI chip stocks isn't 100% bullish yet. We're not in that, we're not at that point as of now where these companies report earnings, they're good earnings, and the stocks go crazy. We're not there anymore for now. We could get there in the future, but for now, we're not there. And AMD's been flat. The reality is it's been chopping around for the last 2.5 months. And nothing's really changing here post earnings, you know what I mean? And ultimately, hey, if we take out 500 again, 530, 550, that might be the breakout spot. But we're not there yet. We're nowhere near that point on AMD. And full disclosure, guys, I don't own AMD right now. Neither do I own. I don't own SpaceX either, but I do own Nvidia, and I like it. I'm happy with it, guys. And other stocks quickly that reported earnings that are doing pretty well. Toast reported, which I'm long. You guys know that. And it's up. Beautiful. Toast is up 2.5%. The stock actually hit $36 in the morning. It's finally starting to get some recognition. The stock's finally starting to move after months here, guys, of nothing. And it's been a long time coming. So I'm excited about Toast. Mercado Libre's got earnings after the bell, another one of my holdings, which I think the writing's on the wall for this to break through and fill this gap. We'll see how that ages. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think we're going to 2,000 plus pretty soon here on Mercado Libre. And that's one of my key international plays when it comes to individual stocks. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I don't want to go on and on and on. that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys found value. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, investments. If you want to be a part of my private Discord community where we're talking stocks all day, that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you guys in the Patreon or in the next video.